Welcome, and thank you for your interest in the Greenway Plaza Mobility Study. Dear Davies Gleave is a global transportation firm, and we've been working on the Greenway for Greater Mobility project with the Houston-Galveston Area Council and Cousins Property for nearly 6 months. During this webinar, we will be covering the project process to date, sharing community feedback, and showing our initial ideas for mobility improvements within the Greenway Plaza study area. Keep in mind, as this is a webinar, you can pause or rewind as needed. The Greenway for Greater Mobility project is broadly focused on improvements with regard to safety and transportation choice for many modes of transportation, specifically bus, bicycling, car, and pedestrian options. This project was born out of a collaboration between Cousins Properties and HGAC's Special District Program. The goal of this program is to support the main goals of the project through identifying needs and barriers to cycling and walking to and within the district, prioritizing infrastructure projects like sidewalk or intersection improvements, providing early estimates of costs, understanding the positive impacts of the project. There are quite a few noticeable changes in the area that make this a great time to conduct the study. For example, there is an increase of residential units, which leads to a higher population, and there are more destinations than in the past. This is changing Greenway Plaza from a 9-to-5 zone to a 24-hour activity center. Our study area is bound by Westheimer Road to the north, Buffalo Speedway to the east. You can see I-59 runs through the study area, and it is bound on the southern edge by West Park Drive. The western edge is bound by Westland Street with an area in between Westland and the railroad. We began the project in the fall of 2015. We've held meetings with a technical committee comprised of governmental agencies and experts in transportation and mobility. We've engaged the public along the way and aim to synthesize our findings to make our final recommendations this summer. We started this endeavor by branding the study. This has become a very memorable brand for our information and has appeared on numerous flyers, informational handouts, surveys, e-blasts, and elevator postings. The design touches on the goals of the study. For our first round of outreach, the team walked the district and passed out flyers. We had a very successful lunchtime effort at the Greenway Plaza food court, where we collected over 60 paper surveys and handed out over 100 info cards with information for an online survey. The team also brought materials to the East Side Farmers Market. We collected paper surveys, had greater interest in the mapping exercise, and handed out additional flyers. For round 2, the team again engaged people with a picture survey at the food court and passed out information cards with a link to an online survey. As a snapshot, our community outreach effort for round 1 is shown on the screen. We have made a broad outreach strategy a priority of this project. During round 2, we followed up with local businesses as well as reached out to new groups such as the Art Institute and the University of St. Thomas. We also continue to use the expertise of our technical committee and client groups. We plan to repeat the strategy for round 3 and present the draft plan options for community feedback. Prior to these events, we will post notifications digitally and within the district. Our initial survey helped us understand how the study area is currently used. Currently, over 60% of users arrive by car. Lunchtime is one of the busiest times within the study area. Most people do not think of Greenway Plaza as an outdoor destination. Additionally, 3/4 of all people surveyed would like to walk if it were safer. Half of all people surveyed would cycle around Greenway Plaza if it were safer. And the existing photos show inconsistent and cracked sidewalks and shared cycle lanes that feel dangerous to users. The themes shown on screen are a result of community input. These are listed in order, with number 1 being the top priority. Creating a walkable neighborhood. Create a bikeable neighborhood. Provide options to improve open space, both public or privately owned. Improve infrastructure and utilize spaces like utility corridors and freeway underpasses. Improve accessibility to bus and other transit stops. To meet the desires that came out of the Public Outreach and Technical Committee, the project team created a number of concept designs to be taken forward. These include Simmons Lane as a complete street redesign, Buffalo Speedway as a protected bicycle route, and renewed concepts for strip malls, renewed concepts for private greenway space, and multi-use trails along the south of West Park Drive. Simmons Lane runs through the center of the study area and has a number of new apartments and other developments occurring along it. These developments will lead to an increase in pedestrian traffic. We selected Simmons as it is not a major vehicular thoroughfare, but does have space that can be used to develop complete streets, style improvements. We believe these improvements will lead to a better public environment and safer conditions for people walking and cycling, as complete streets aim to balance all modes of transportation. We selected Buffalo Speedway as it connects through the study area and 2 other proposed projects. The improvements would include the development of a high-quality protected cycle lane in both directions along Buffalo Speedway and under the interstate. We envision also improving conditions for pedestrians through improved crossing facilities and conditions under the interstate. The multi-use trail runs along an existing easement that follows West Park Drive. This will create a high-quality multi-use link across the south of the study area, minimizing conflicts with cars. We heard from the public outreach that people wanted to make better use of outdoor space. We have developed a number of concepts to highlight how space should be made more usable to the public and employees. Small yet critical changes such as improved shade or added seating can be very impactful. For a detailed concept design of Simmons Lane and Buffalo Speedway, please use the link on this slide. Here you will find additional information and recommendations for a few potential projects. Next steps for this project are to further refine the concepts we have developed and further engage with the public regarding them. For more information, please contact Meredith or Andrew at HGAC. Their email addresses are shown on screen. Thank you for your participation thus far. We certainly appreciate your interest and time.